Good morning, Mr. Liu.
Mr. Wang, long time no see. We've never told anyone that we're number one globally, or number one in the industry, or that a particular product is number one globally. We just say that we serve our customers well, and they feel satisfied, and that's what we think is the biggest praise. GBOS is not the same as it was 7 years ago. It is from one-stop intelligent cutting of products, to scale, to digitalization, standardization, and internationalization. When the footwear industry is upgrading and iterating our manufacturing tools from knife mold to intelligent cutting, GBOS provides a full range of one-stop service. GBOS should be the pioneer in this 18 years, from the first batch of intelligent manufacturing equipment in China. Now, 18 years later, to this iteration of traditional manufacturing, we are a participant. That is, from the knife mold tools to intelligent cutting. The production base from the original 18 years ago is only about 2,000 square meters to 40,000 square meters now. Our monthly installed capacity is about 300 units or more. We have service points in more than 90 countries overseas, and have our own branch offices in some countries, the size of nearly 300 people. Our R&D staff is more than 30, accounting for 10% of the company's total number of people. And our annual investment in R&D is about 10% of our business. In terms of patented technology, GBOS has 10 to 20 patents every year. And now, we have more than 140 patents in total.
You have a large branch in Jiangxi, right?
Yes, we started into trial production in Jiangxi in 2019, and the real new factory is put into production at the end of 2022, January 8, 2023 to be exact. Our new factory has more than 30,000 square meters. Counting the whole floor space and manufacturing capacity, we can probably make 200-300 machines a month. In Jiangxi factory, we can full process from sheet metal manufacturing out of a sheet of iron. Because Jiangxi, it is the main advantage of a large area. Then why do we need to have such a large machine manufacturing? So we have that kind of large CNC machine in Jiangxi, 4B, 12 meters of the whole rack flatbed machine rack, hanging to the CNC integrated processing out. We need such a large site is to make these devices can really do a good job, but also really make China's manufacturing in foreign countries are also respected. Will not let others say that the use of Chinese equipment is not stable. So that's why GBOS set up this large-scale factory in Jiangxi.
What is the current situation of GBOS in the global market? What are some of the big brands you are working with?
GBOS has been building a global brand from the very beginning. In fact, most of the sports brands in the footwear industry, such as Nike, Adidas, Puma, Asics, Hoka, and so on, are in the front of the global ranking of the sports brands. Some of its foundry groups, most of them have GBOS models, of course. These major factories are concentrated in Southeast Asia. This one is a regular material cutting. At present, there should be more than 600 units in the market. Its main mission is to replace the traditional die cutting, equivalent to the output of 2 to 3 sets of punching machine. The traditional punching machine is about 900 to 1,300 knives per hour production capacity. One knife is 4 to 8 layers. The return on investment for this machine is about 2 years, which is to talk about its production capacity. We can see that the machine has 2 displays in this position. This one is the OEE dashboard, and the following is the operation panel of the machine's upper computer. We are now introducing this machine is the leather nesting system. Cut every inch of available leather is the mission of this machine. What we see now is the partition with double rows. That is, in the first above the shoulder and stomach. Back there, we see that there are different colors. That is already in the partition with double, in that better leather, and quality is better placed to partition with double, and then in the leg and the belly of the following place to put some ornamental pieces, like this whole piece of leather as a whole, both zoning and matching pair. A pair of shoes can reach more than 70% utilization rate. There are some mixed rows of 2 layers of skin, is utilization rate of up to 85%. After the leather material is nested in the front, the nesting file will be directly transferred to this cutting machine through the cloud. And this cutting machine is divided into two zones. The left side is the cutting area, and the right side is the receiving area, which can realize the cutting and receiving at the same time. Its capacity efficiency is about 900-1,500 knives per hour, which is about its production efficiency. We save material through nesting. Usually we compare utilization rate. In the industry will be higher than peers, about 2 to 3%. This is to talk about the utilization rate and cutting efficiency. We then look at its machine structure. It has two heads, dual head asynchronous. The structure is a single axis dual drive, dual head four-wheel drive, so that it can effectively ensure the stability, precision and speed of the machine. This machine, we call it Industrial B. Why do we call it that? Because it can be used in different scenarios, such as office buildings, development centers, or even in one of the big development centers in Shanghai, China. It can go into elevators. It can use 220 via electricity. Making industry a little sweeter is its mission. About its structure, this arm is cast structure. The chassis is also cast structure. GBOS products and customer commitment are warranty, 2 years, 20 years of use. Here I openly promise to you. About its function, we can see that there is a projection here. In the cutting time can directly visualize the projection. There is a brush. You can take the drawing line. There are two punching devices. Set the drawing line, punching, cutting. 3 kinds of functions in one. The projection function is that you can pull upwards when you cut the leather. The paintbrush has some material cutting surface to draw lines. Now show you. Just now is cutting, now is punching. We now see is drawing lines. You can see above there is punching, there is drawing lines, there is cutting. It can also be completed individually, piece by piece. First drawing lines, then punching, and finally cutting, respectively, independently of each other. Just now the 14 pieces of material here is first all cut, and then all the punching, and then all the drawing lines, so that it is faster. You can also finish punching, drawing lines, and cutting individually piece by piece, and the Industrial Bs will definitely be sweeter. Next I'm going to cover these machines: leather cutting, oscillating knife cutting in the development room, Industrial B cutters and regular material cutters for large shipments, as well as the laser machines over here and so on. Any machine with more than 2 axes can be connected to the GBOS IoT bridge, which is a platform. And what's being shown is the OEE dashboard, which collects real-time data from different models, and its capacity, its crop rate, and its TPM will tell you which machine needs a blade change, which machine needs to be refueled, which machine needs to be serviced, and so on. Meanwhile, GBOS's IoT bridge has 3 communication methods: Modbus, JSON, and XML, which can be connected to the group's management system, such as ERP, MAS, etc.